Good morning, good evening, hello guys, it is I, Tubby King, and welcome to a new video. As you can tell by the title, this is the WWE 2k20 draft. Now, we are less than a week away from 2k20 dropping, so I figured we'd do the draft, we'd get it over and done with, but first there's a few changes that we have this year. So we're going to be having two separate shows this year. We're going to have SmackDown and we're going to have Raw. So I've chosen two general managers. I'm going to still be the chairman of the board of the company, if you will, of TKWF. But two general managers will be running the show. And they're going to be the ones that will proceed to do the draft. They will do all the booking, and I'll only step in when I feel it's necessary to step in. So without further ado, let's kick off the new intro for the TKWF and move in to the draft. Alright, and here we are. Raw's first draft. Bray Wyatt, Eddie Guerrero for SmackDown. Sorry, we're just kicking through these. Seth Rollins for Raw. Here we go. Tommaso Ciampa for SmackDown. Daniel Bryan for Raw. Sami Zayn for SmackDown. We are just breezing through these. Shinsuke for Raw. Gargano for SmackDown. Oh, good choice. Kevin Owens to Raw. Who SmackDown got? Samoa Joe. And here we go, Raw with Roman Reigns. SmackDown's got John Cena. Good choice, good choice. Rey Mysterio to Raw. Edge to SmackDown. We're just breezing through these guys. Akira Tozawa to Raw. And Pete Dunne to SmackDown. Good choice, good choice. Ricochet to Raw. And Randy Orton to SmackDown. Keith Lee to Raw. That's a good choice. Cedric Alexander to SmackDown. Andrade to Raw. And Apollo Crews to SmackDown. Finn Balor to Raw. And Eric Young to SmackDown. We got Rusev to Raw. And Shelton Benjamin to SmackDown. Aleister Black's going to Raw. And SmackDown's choice of Mustafa Ali. Bobby Lashley goes to Raw. And we got Buddy Murphy to SmackDown. The Miz goes to Raw. And SmackDown chooses Kane. Raw's taking a bit of time to choose now. We got Undertaker to Raw. Oh, so no Brothers of Destruction here. SmackDown's choice, Sin Cara. Well, we see no Luchas Warriors here today. But Brian Kendrick to Raw. And Christian to SmackDown. What a good choice. And Raw has drafted Cassius Ohno. Meanwhile, Shane Thorne goes to SmackDown. Titus O'Neil been drafted to Raw. And Bobby Roode goes to SmackDown. Booker T's been drafted to Raw. Meanwhile, SmackDown's drafted Dolph Ziggler. Good choices here. Chad Gable goes to Raw. And No Way Jose goes to SmackDown. Matt Riddle goes to Raw. And SmackDown chooses Baron Corbin. Okay, good choice here. Drew McIntyre to Raw now. And Tyler Bate to SmackDown. Mark Andrews goes to Raw. Interesting choice. While EC3 goes to SmackDown. And now Mike Kanellis goes to Raw. While Heath Slater goes to SmackDown. Alright, and Raw's next choice is Drew Gulak. And SmackDown goes with Jackson Riker. Meanwhile, Raw goes with Noam Dar. SmackDown gets R-Truth. And Raw gets Trent Seven. SmackDown gets Arya Daivari. Raw's last choice for the singles wrestlers is Elias. And SmackDown's last choice for singles wrestlers is the gentleman Jack Gallagher. Now on to tag teams. We got the Undisputed Era for Raw. SmackDown has the OC. Who's Raw going to choose after that? Authors of Pain. What a good choice there. Meanwhile, SmackDown's drafted the New Day. Raw's going to take the Bar. While SmackDown has the Viking Raiders. Raw's going to take Breezango. And SmackDown's going to take the Hardy Boys. Yes, the Hardy Boys have agreed to come back. The Usos to Raw. And the Revival to SmackDown. DX to Raw. Damn, I didn't know they were going to be drafted, but here we go. Lucha House Party to SmackDown. Heavy Machinery goes to Raw, while SmackDown drafts the Dream Team. A return for the Dream Team if you're familiar with my really old universe. The B Team to Raw. And Hawkins and Ryder is SmackDown's final choice. Now we're on to the women. Now we get Becky Lynch. Now Raw gets 2 choices for every one tag team to SmackDown. And they choose Carmella for their second choice. Who's the first tag team? And we have Bayley and Sasha for the first tag team to SmackDown. Meanwhile, Raw gets Io Shirai and Candice LeRae. What a good choice. Meanwhile, SmackDown gets the Kabuki Warriors. So yeah, Raw has the Singles Women's Championship with Toni Storm as a choice. And the self-proclaimed Breaker of Necks, Ember Moon herself. And SmackDown with their tag titles gets the Iconics. So yeah, Raw has the Women's Championship while SmackDown has the Tag Championships. Mickie James to Raw. And Ruby Riott to Raw as well. SmackDown's next tag team is Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. Now, Raw's next 2 choices are Rhea Ripley and none other than Shayna Baszler. Meanwhile, SmackDown has drafted the Bella Twins. What a good choice there. The next one, we have Alicia Fox and Dakota Kai to Raw. While the next tag team for SmackDown is Dana Brooke and Charlotte Flair. Raw gets Tamina and Paige. While SmackDown gets the team of the Riot Squad without Ruby Riott, so they're just called the Squad. Now, Mia Yim and Bianca Belair to Raw, while we have Absolution without Paige going to SmackDown. Now we have Lacey Evans and Maryse going to Raw, with the tag team going to the veterans of Naomi and Natalya. And our final 2 choices for Raw are Lana and Maria Kanellis. Makes sense. Well, finally, SmackDown's last team are the Bruisers of Beth Phoenix and Nia Jax.